Hello everyone, my name is Gurveen Kaur. I am lecturer at Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. We are continuing with chapter number 4, that is environmental pollution, and the topic which we are going to cover today is noise pollution. So let's start with noise pollution. What basically noise pollution is all about. So in simple words, I would like to just share with you all. Now, sound, it occurs when the complex system inside our ears pick up vibrations in the air. Then these vibrations, our brain interprets. It analyzes and it interprets like it hears. It analyzes like bird chirping, clacking of the keys, on the keyboard or typewriter or traffic noise. All this sound are analyzed by our brain and then they are transferred to the ears, and the ears are able to understand what type of noise this is. Okay. And this type of noise, when it bothers us or when a sound bothers us, that sound is called as noise. If the sound does not bothers us, it is not considered as a noise. We only call it noise when it bothers to a particular person, or and this type of noise can cause a severe damage if we are in constant contact with those noise. So that point is called as noise pollution. Again, in simple words I'll say the unwanted unpleasant noise which are discomfort to the ears, and if we come in contact with that for a longer period of time, that is called as noise pollution. And the measure which is used for measuring the sound is called is decibels. Okay, now I'll just give you all one example. If you are passing through a area, okay, which is a very area prone to noise pollution, okay, and you pass through a construction site, or you might does not mind those type of noise. Why you will not mind? Because you all are going to pass through that area just for a particular instance. For 5 minutes you are going to pass through that area, or for 15 seconds if you are passing through the by a vehicle, just an example. Okay, you are not going to mind those type of noise. Why? Because you are not in contact with those noise for a larger period of time. Just it is a temporary one which will not cause you all any issue or will not cause any hearing loss or stress or other health issues. But if you are at your home, a home is a place, you can say, where we require peace, calmness, our comfort zone. Okay, but if in case your home is in a particular area which has a frequent noise pollution, continuous noise pollution is there, you will be irritated with those noise. But that is okay, but this will have a very dangerous effect to your health, because the conditions brought on by the noise pollution, it includes insomnia. Continuous noise is there, like if you're having your home near a railway station, the continue honking of the train, that is causes insomnia in people because they cannot sleep at night properly. They get hearing loss, people get hearing loss, heart health issues. And over here it is given the noise level, uh, 85 decibel is okay, but if 85 decibel is exceeded, then we will have hearing loss issue. If people comes in contact to a noise which is above 85 decibel, then it is not good thing. And the noise between 120 to 140 decibel can actually cause your ear paining. So the different types of noises can be industrial noise like drilling sound, mechanical sounds, transport noise like transport noise of bus, car, truck, motorcycle, railway traffic, etc. Neighborhood noise means noises done in the neighborhood like musical instrument, TV, VCR, radio, telephones, loudspeakers. These are different types of noises. Okay, so when we come into contact of the noises, suppose 85 decibel is okay, but if a person is a prone to a noise which is larger than 85 decibel, then the noise which are lower one, the noise which are less in decibel, they will not hear that type of noise very easily because they are prone or they are immune to larger decibel noise. So due to this, partial ear loss will be there, then fully ear loss damage will be there, your eardrums will be damaged. These are the bad effects. I'll just give you all certain examples over here. Car has a 111 decibel. Again, that is exceeding the 85 decibel limit. Okay. And if a car, it is not, you are not you're in the driving mode, then it has 115 decibel. First it is 111, then it is 115 decibel. A saw is having, the noise of a saw is 107 decibel. Police sirens are having a noise of 118 decibel. Vacuum cleaner is having a noise of 74 decibel, which is safer because it is not crossing the limit. A train which is 50 feet away from your home or you has a sound of 88 decibel. Air conditioning unit has a sound of 60 decibel. Heavy street traffic noises are 70 decibels. So these are the limits, and you can notice that out of this, 70% of the noises are crossing the average or normal limit. And if you are continuously in contact with those type of noises, then there are ear loss problems. Your eardrums may get damaged. What effects does noise pollution have? First of all, it will affect the comfort level, it will affect your efficiency. Okay, then you will have nervous breakdown, you will have tension because you are not getting peace of mind. Loss of hearing will be there due to excessive noise. Okay, you will have psychological pathological disorders. Even brain is affected by this loud or sudden noise. Even the noise are irritating. The people those who are staying near airport, even those type of sound, they are very irritating and they becomes prone to that type of noise. Ultrasonic sound also has a very negative bad effect. It has a very bad effect on the digestive system, on the respiratory system, on the cardiovascular system. Then even heartbeat, the rate of the heartbeat or the pulse, it decreases or it also increases, or depending on the type of the noise. I can give you one example over here. The crackers which we burn during Diwali festival, you will notice that small people, when small children also play over there, and they get frightened if we burn cracker which has a very excess sound. So at that time what happens, the heartbeat also depends on these type of noise, whether the decibel is high or low. It affects the heartbeat very severely. Then blood also, it gets thickened. The blood flow is affected with continuously coming in contact of those types of noises. Even our eyesight, it gets affected by noise pollution. Due to that, we'll have a problem in seeing different colors. Color perception becomes very weak. Even we can get loss of night vision. So these are the effects which we face due to noise pollution. How to control and prevent? We can give acoustic treatment to machine surface. Means we can make use of acoustic music, which are like a gift to ears. We can make use of certain that type of equipments. Then changes in the design can be a very good option, because when we change the design, we'll put certain important measures in that. Limiting the operational timings means what? If a particular industry is working continuously, if they are having 2-3 shift, it means the machineries are working continuously, the people over there are changing, but the people who are staying in that residential area, they get a very bad effect due to that. So it's better to limit the operation timing, that 4 to 5 hours only will have for this type of machines working. So it will be a plus point, and people will be relieved a little bit. Okay, then next point can be making you constructions of the noise barriers. If you cannot limit the operational timings, or it is impossible to make changes, because whatever goods is being produced over there, that is a basic necessity, you cannot control the noise. At least you can do the measures by constructing noise barriers, so the amount of noise which is they spreading across the environment will be less due to that noise barrier, or we can make use of sound absorbing materials. Then proper oiling is also one of the important factors. Why it is important factors? Because when if we oil the machines properly, the sound, the noise they will make, it will be a little bit of less as compared to the ones which are not oiled properly. So oiling, greasing is very much important. Then the receivers, those who are receiving this type of noises at the other end, should also be protected by giving them proper equipments for protection. They can make use of earplugs or headphones, so that their ears are not damaged. Even planting trees plays an important role. It can be used as a barrier of noise. Different materials can be used for controlling the noises, barriers or protection equipments. So these were certain, you can say, measures which plays a very important role in protection against noise pollution. Now you can notice over here, these are the noise levels at various zones in the cities. First of all, I would like to share that the metropolitan cities in India, they uh, they are have very much prone to this type of noises, and due to that, partial hear loss and many more factors have caused issues. So here this page is, it is noise levels at various zones in the city. This graph is of all the metropolitan cities. You can say like Kolkata, you can include Mumbai, and you can include over here Delhi. I'm just giving you all three examples. So many more cities are there, and the average, the minimum noise level is 60. Okay, the minimum, this is just a ratio. Mumbai, Delhi, Kolkata, Bengaluru, and Chennai and Hyderabad, these cities map, uh, the city statistics is present over here. 60 is the normal range, and you will notice that in all the different sectors this range is crossed. Silent zone is only 60. You can understand how much noise these cities create, how much noise we are prone to higher amount of noise. The silent one is only 60. So what you'll expect for industrial areas or other areas? Commercial is 65.4, industrial is again 65.9, commercial sectors, sorry, residential was 65.4, and commercial is 68.6. So 60 is the limit, and we have crossed it in all aspect. All the metropolitan cities is overpopulated, and many people, all the people are using vehicles, metros, trains, all, in all aspect, in all sorts of noises are available over here. So what damage it is causing to the people, to the environment, and to the people, those who children, those who are born, hearing loss is there, partial vision is there, many aspects. So these are the disadvantage of noise. Basically we can say, we have seen what are its measures we can use to protect. So 85 decibel is the important one. Even wearing earphones, when we are wearing earphones, you will notice over there one blue mark and red mark is there. Till the blue mark, the noises, the earphone, the songs which we hear in the blue mark area is the safest one. But I don't think so anyone is using or hearing songs under that blue mark. Everyone are hearing songs and after the red mark only. Why? Because we are prone to this area. So that is why we have crossed the limit of 85 decibel, and we hear sounds even in that the red area. We are exceeding this red area and we are hearing songs. So this drawback we are facing. So this was all about noise pollution.